TMA Media Group.
So we ready to go, we cracking. You want to just tell everybody your name, start there?
What's up? My name is Brenton Chapman of DJHB. Y'all can follow me, DJHB08, on my Snapchat correctly, my bad. And on my Instagram, it'll be at DJHB90.
Okay, for sure. You look like a different kind of guy, man. I'm going to ask you a different kind of question. And if you walk into a room and any song could play, your theme song, what song would it be?
Shoot. Right now, if I could say at this age in my life, it would probably be, or this moment in my career as DJing, it's a song by Trilly Pope from PA called We Ain't Stopping.
We Ain't Stopping.
I actually played a little bit of it earlier. Basically, it's really a shout out towards DJs, telling the DJ we ain't stopping. But I look at it as a whole concept of keeping your money in your pocket and telling people I ain't stopping, I ain't letting off the gas for nothing.
Right.
Just, as a DJ and as a person who's been DJing for so long, and when you step on the gas as a DJ, you gotta stay on the gas. So just basically letting people know I ain't stopping. I ain't letting up. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep doing what I do and keep doing what I've been doing.
Okay. You working on any projects right now? You got anything coming out? What's up?
Right now, I don't have any projects. I got a guy from Detroit who just moved down here a couple years ago that I'm gonna be working with. We finna get some projects on his behalf. Let's see. Right now, it's really just club scenes, private parties, private events. Other than that, no artists on my book right now besides, like I said, the one that's from Detroit who just moved down here. And we just making some things shake, seeing what artists we can get to put on these projects that we do.
Okay. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. I think the next thing I would probably ask you right about now is, well, actually, I'm going to change my question. I heard something that you said I kind of asked you what's your theme song. I asked that to you specifically because I'm thinking, okay, you walked in with a little different areas about you. You came in quiet, you came in, sat down, you straight to it. What does your typical day look like, man?
My typical day, man, wake up by 7 a.m., hit the gym by 7:30. From there, hit work. From work, more work, back to the house, looking up new music, checking on artists that may have something, seeing what people in the city, if they got anything, networking, and promoting on my back end for the events and locations that I be at.
For sure. Okay. I think you've given us a little bit of a glimpse as to who you are just as an artist, stage performance, all of that. A lot of people just skip what it is that's behind the scenes that get you to the stage, that get you to the performance. All they do is they say you get out the car and come in the building. They don't even know what you did. You up at 7:30 grinding for your stuff, and of course that's great to hear. I'm gonna ask you next. Of all the people that are doing exactly this, what you do. You already going hard. You got this don't stop, can't stop, won't stop mentality. Of all the people who do what you do, what makes you special? What makes you different?
My sound. As far as being a DJ myself and working with, I ain't gonna even lie to you, two of the hottest DJs in the DFW that I've worked behind and worked under, being DJ Darkness, who taught me, a little bit more the trap side, a little bit more the strip club side as a DJ. And DJ Red out of Fort Worth, who taught me a lot more of the multicultural side and taught me the Fort Worth culture. Being that I'm from South Oak Cliff, me crossing that bridge into Fort Worth was a little terrifying. I ain't gonna lie to you. I grew up with that whole Dallas versus Fort Worth beef. And going out there to Fort Worth, it became a little bit like home once I learned from DJ Red. And I kind of learned from both of these two gentlemen. It's the sound that you carry. It's your presentation of how you DJ. And when you have different sound compared to most other DJs, you bring in a lot of a different crowd. So I've been from that college sound. Right. I've been from that, 25 and under crowd type of sound to now where it's carrying from every age limit and every age bracket that I'm touching. I've DJ'd, kids parties, teen parties.
Right.
All the way up to class of, 78, 85. I DJ'd the class of 1990. I was born in 90.
Right.
I DJ'd Day Party for a reunion. So it's like, it's all about the sound and being different in how you present yourself as a DJ. A lot of people don't know being a DJ is having to be an all-around artist.
Right.
You can't be just like, oh, we're gonna stick with just a trap DJ. We're gonna stick with just any other type of genre of a DJ. You gotta be a well-rounded DJ.
Right.
If you don't know how to be well-rounded, you're gonna limit your amount of access to the events that you do.
Okay. It sounds like you've gained that knowledge from some type of experience. Could you go a little bit deeper on that?
Well, I've had personal experiences where I've DJ'd events. One particular event in downtown Fort Worth, where I had a club owner actually tell me, you not no DJ. You a push button DJ. Now at this point, I've been DJing probably 6-7 years. I didn't DJ in 6 years in college. Came out of college, moved back out here, and was working. My name out there. Somebody asked me to open up for them, so I went and did my thing. But the club owner was the owner of a multicultural club, so it was like different cultures coming inside the door. So I'm thinking I'm doing my thing, and at the end of the night, the club owner told me I'm not a real DJ. I mean, the way he explained it to me made me feel like he was saying you're not no real DJ. So ever since then, I've had a bone to pick.
Right.
With DJing anywhere I go. Like nobody's gonna be ever going to be able to say, oh, that's not just DJ.
Right.
He is legit. He is fire.
Right.
And then, coming from the DJing background I came from, which was kind of tough because starting off as a DJ, I didn't know nothing about, much about underground music, other cities. I knew about, of course, East Coast music, West Coast music, down South music, and what was mainstream. And the funny thing is, I didn't know nothing about New Orleans music. And I tell this story because a lot of people don't know that background from where I came from in DJing. I DJed a college party and I had people throwing nickels and dimes at me. Like, I mean, kid you not, one of them hit me in the forehead, another one landed on the table. I'm sitting here DJing a college party and just got shit getting thrown at me. And come to find out, it was people from Louisiana because I wasn't playing that music. But I didn't know no better.
Wow.
So that was lack of knowledge on my behalf. I'm from Texas. I know mainstream music. I know Texas music. But I don't know anything about Louisiana bounce music.
Right.
So what did I do as a person who had that professional mindset as a DJ? Let me look into it. I went to next day in school. I went to two people and said, hey, man, give me all the bounce music you got. I had literally 70 songs of bounce music.
All right.
Never had a complaint, never had an issue. People got to the point where they would request me like, hey, why are you not DJing the basketball game? Why are you not DJing the volleyball game? And I've always been a humble person. I don't need the flashiness. I don't need the big fanciness of being a DJ. I've always been a humble person. And going through situations like that make me step up my game is also make me step up the fact of how humble I am.
Okay.
So
I like that. My pops used to tell me all the time. He was like, you well-rounded because you got a chip on both shoulders.
right.
So you definitely focus getting after yours. That's great to hear, man. I'm going again, you said it a little bit at the beginning, but if you could just tell everybody how they can reach you, and then we'll definitely call it there. How can they get to you?
Well, once again, you can find me on Snapchat at DJHB08. You can find me on Instagram at DJHB90. Contact information as far as booking and events. My phone number is 214-729-7099. Once again, the number is 214-729-7099. Facebook, Brenton DJHB Chapman. You want to know the facts behind me? You want to know anything? I do a lot of stuff on the backside. So if you look for somebody who's multi-talented on many levels of audio and visual and DJing, hit me up.
For sure.